a free and independent press to the health of democracy and reaffirming freedom of the press as a priority of the United States in promoting democracy, human rights, and good governance in commemoration of World Press Freedom Day on May 3, 2019.
Pursuant to the rule, the gentleman from New York, Mr. Engel, and the gentleman from South Carolina, Mr. Wilson, each will control 20 minutes. The chair recognizes the gentleman from New York, Mr. Engel.
Mr. Speaker, I ask unanimous consent that all members have 5 legislative days in which to revise and extend their remarks and include extraneous material on HRes 345.
Without objection.
I yield myself as much time as I may consume.
The gentleman is recognized.
Mr. Speaker, I would first like to thank Representatives Schiff and Shabbat for introducing this resolution, which recognizes that the freedoms of press and expression are being threatened globally. A free press is an essential pillar in every democracy. It shines light on corruption, speaks truth to power, and holds the government accountable. However, in recent years, there has been a growing assault on a free press. Mr. Speaker, there are far too many shocking examples of journalists being silenced, imprisoned, tortured, and even murdered around the world, with each abuse only furthering a 13-year decline in the freedom of expression. The price of protecting these rights has become extremely high. According to the Committee to Protect Journalists, in 2018, 54 journalists were killed in 2018, and 64 went missing. At a time when the world looks to the United States to be champion for a free press, some call our journalists the enemy of the people. This administration's attack on the media undermined the First Amendment and create a culture of intimidation and hostility towards journalists. By accusing media outlets of producing fake news, journalists find themselves less safe and our country is less informed. So HRes 345 condemns threats to independent media and calls on governments to continue to address journalists' safety. It also reiterates the vital importance of a free press in the U.S. and to well-functioning democracies abroad as well. It's our duty now more than ever to protect the freedom of the press and the public's right to information. I ask all members to support this bipartisan resolution, and I reserve the balance of my time.
Time. The gentleman from South Carolina, Mr. Wilson, is recognized.
Mr. Speaker, I yield myself.